17.
Scotty, it was a tough night for the Bombers. Richmond really controlled the territory, 71 inside 50s. What do you take out of that game from the Essendon side?
The backline played very well. To only concede 11 goals from 71 entries, the backline held up really well. I mean, the ball was down there so much. Time spent in forward half favoured Richmond heavily, yet they were able to only concede the 11 goals. I do know that Richmond missed some easy ones, but still the backline was a real shining light for the team on a disappointing night overall.
So where was it breaking down, that transition out of the defensive 50? What were Richmond doing that were making it hard for Essendon?
Their pressure was outstanding, and I think also the boys at times made poor decisions, wanted to use the corridor ideally, but Richmond got their numbers there, so that just changes the way that you want to move the ball. And with that, it played into Richmond's hand really, and well done to Richmond on that front. They set up well against the Bombers and didn't allow them to get the run going, which was such a pivotal part in the previous two wins.
Brendan Goddard was one of the shining lights again for Essendon. He's having a magnificent season, started particularly well in that first half. His 300th game this week. What have you made of his season so far, and also his contribution on Saturday night?
Well, his contribution overall to the club has been outstanding since he's come across from St Kilda. He's been a great player for the club through some really trying circumstances. Looks like a player that's had a huge pre-season, knowing that the end's closer than the start, and that he really wants to have a huge impact in what may be his last year or two. It looks like he wants to play as good a football as he can, and he's prepared so well. His work rate was outstanding on Saturday night, his transition running, and then his work in close around the footy, very good also.
After a couple of high-scoring weeks for Essendon, ended the night with 10 goals. The forward line obviously starved of opportunity, but what do you make of that mix now that you've had an extra week to see it all unfold, and what would you do moving forward?
You've got to look at the positives really. 40-odd entries, still able to kick the 10 goals, forwards having no real impact on the game apart from Joey in the first half. So really they'll walk away and want to contribute more. They need opportunities, but then in saying that, they're involved in the transition going forward as well, which was part of the real issue for the Bombers on Saturday night.
A couple of big weeks coming up now for the Bombers to stay in the hunt for the top 8. Obviously Port Adelaide in a fortnight, but first up GWS coming off a very impressive win over the Eagles. Just how significant is this weekend's match?
Incredibly significant, and look, you would have preferred that you come off a good win, and you expected the Giants to find it difficult against West Coast with so many injuries at the minute, but that was an outstanding victory by the Giants, so it'll be a tough game for the boys, but we've seen that Richmond went up there and performed very well, also Collingwood did, so get your game plan right, know what they do well and really implement it well, and you're in with a big chance.
Scotty, really appreciate your insights, mate, and look forward to catching up with you on the Friday footy panel.
Cheers.